What's going on, guys? My name is Pebble. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. I'd really appreciate it a lot. As you guys can see by the title and on the screen right now, we're going to be talking about Datacrons and my overall positive experience that I've had with it. They've been out for a couple months now. I wasn't a fan of them at the beginning, but I took it with a grain of salt. I did work on them, obviously, because I didn't want to fall behind in the JAC meta. And overall, I've liked them. As you can see, I did work on the Jedi Master Kenobi one as my primary Omicron. But we'll tell you a little bit about myself before I get into detail. So, as you can see, 5.5 million GP characters. Um, 2 GLs primarily. I did just unlock Lord Vader recently, so I do still consider myself a 2 GL character or player until I get Lord Vader up and running. Um, and as you can see from my roster, I'm a GL rusher, so a lot of these people are requirements for GLs or executors, since I went for that as well. But I do have a very heavy fall off. As you can see, I have a gear 11 up there. I have just a very couple gear 12s, gear 11s, and then it goes down to gear 10, gear 8, gear 9, etc. So I do have a pretty decent fall off in my roster. And I admit that. I'm a GL rusher. I'm not going to have the biggest depth. People do like going for depth. People like rushing for GLs. I chose the GL path. So, with that out of the way, I'd like to go into the Datacron section. So, Datacrons, in my opinion, are lazy content. They are. But they definitely do shake up the meta for their time that they're active. And they've honestly been a very positive impact on my GAC performance. As you can see, like I said earlier, the Jedi Master Kenobi Datacron. I hard focused on the Jedi Master Kenobi since I knew that he's my best GL, plus his Datacron is probably the second best or most influential after Rey's. I did get the best one. I did primarily focus. I did a bunch of rerolls to make sure I got the perfect stuff. I know people like the under protection one. I like the 6% alt charge, so to each their own. But I knew that this Galactic Republic special ability stun one necessary. And if you've looked at my GAC history, which we can go to real quick, I'm facing people with much more GLs than me, or at least +1. This says 3, that's because I just unlocked Lord Vader, but throughout this whole bracket, I did have 2. Every single person in my bracket had more GLs than me. So, Datacrons are that guaranteed win for me to have less GLs and still compete with these bigger rosters. If we go back and look, 8.1, 7.8, 6.9, 7.8, 8.9, 6 mil, 7.9. I'm matched up against these players that have much higher GP than me, much more depth. But this Jedi Master Kenobi Omicron or Datacron allows me to still compete, allows me to be a lot more strategic, and just overall have a lot more fun. Makes my opponents have a headache. I think since I've invested in Kyber 3, since I've invested in that Jedi Master Kenobi Datacron, he's only been cleared once against people with higher GP than me every single round, and overall has helped me stay competitive, gain more crystals, etc. Some of you may think that's unfair to these people with larger depths, but I think if I focus on my Datacrons, use my resources properly, I should be rewarded for that. None of these have been super crazy. Obviously, the Jedi Master Kenobi and Rey one, but I do want to talk about one thing about Datacrons that I don't like. This 25% turn meter for light side allies. I think that is, other than obviously the Rey and Jedi Master Kenobi ones, well, since they're level 9, it doesn't really matter to me, in my opinion. I think if you do work on all those materials to get to level 9, you should be able to have some strong ability. This being only a level 3, definitely not a good idea by CG. I will say that. That is my only negative. It really restricts light side rosters. Obviously, I do have a lot of first order, and Hux is great at stopping that turn meter. But I don't think you should be able to automatically grant people turn meter at the start of the battle for only a level 3. I feel like that should be a level 6, or that should be one where a level 9 a specific character grants the turn meter to people. I will say that. Overall, I don't think repost has been that bad. I know it's great with Jedi Master Luke and Jedi Knight Luke. I don't think it's that bad. It's dispellable. You can deal with it. This one, I didn't see anything too crazy on this. We do take a look at it. I do think that the fewer buffs, or fewer than 3 buffs, they cover 5% health protection is pretty good. I believe that dark side allies where they deal damage to an enemy equals to that enemy's 2% max health. I think that's great for dark side teams. Dark side teams inflict usually a lot more debuffs than those light side teams. And I think this tenacity up one also could be pretty interesting for both dark side and light side. If you look at these, it's Mandalorian, Night Sisters, and Sith. I think some of these are pretty good. I haven't really looked at those. I was mostly just looking at the Sith Eternal and Darth Malgus. These are obviously the two big boys. I haven't taken a look at all of these. But this allows Sith Eternal to actually work with Sith. Gives him, if he wants to solo some stuff, he can do that if he's Relic 8, Relic 9. And then just like the Jedi Master Kenobi one that I showed you earlier that I have, he gains quicker alt charge. So I think that's great. And then Malgus does more damage, and then just reset cooldowns, but they lose 5% health, which isn't that crazy because Malgus regains health with his basic and those counterattacks. So I think CG is actually moving in the right direction. They've started off with Omega strong ones, and I think they noticed that, and obviously players didn't like that. Well, the majority of the player base didn't like that. Some people like me are on the opposite end, where I actually do really enjoy these higher level ones because they give people that may not have as much depth an opportunity to beat those players that get screwed over with that matchmaking system with only 5.5, and I'm facing people with almost 9 mil every single round. But I honestly have liked them. If you look at my GAC history, Jedi Master Kenobi, only one hold. And I'd actually like to know what you guys would do about Datacrons, fix them, or what's your overall opinion of them. I recorded this a couple times, so I might not say everything that I want to say, but I mean, just a quick little rant video. I didn't want to do anything too crazy. Just get some content out there for you guys. I'm going to try to do more GAC videos. I hope you liked it. Hope you like this different type of video, and if you want me to rant about some more stuff, let me know. But yeah, it's been pe88le, guys. If you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe. If you're here always, I appreciate the support. Peace out.